people sign up for you, they don't sign up for the opportunity, right? People sign up with Rokhan because it's Rokhan, not because it's iGenius. To this day, I have this thought. Maybe I should, I don't know, go to the Middle East and do something. I don't know. You have anybody that tells you 2%, 3%, 10% a month guaranteed, you run away, my friend. Trust me. And you gotta keep believing that you are the it factor, and you have to invest money in you, and you have to be that person. And I promise you, once you become that person, your life changes. There's not an investment in the world that you put into you that you lose. Ever. It's so good. We are dividing this event into three main parts. One of them is the past, another part is the present, and then after that, the future. And I want you to understand that all these parts are very important for anybody's success. And the reason why is because you gotta eliminate your past, you gotta be in the present, and you gotta look forward for the future. Man, that was a bar. Somebody write that down. That was a bar. Wow. Did I just come up with that? Whew. All right, sorry. So let's get some promises for the. I promise you one thing today is a lot about social media and how to build your business through recruiting, right? We have Mr. Cesar Rodriguez, we have Ms. Jessie Lee on stage today. We have success story panels that we're gonna talk about all of that today. And I want you to be immersed there because we're gonna get on with the past and then we're gonna attack the present. Are we okay with that? We good with that? So that's kind of number one. Number two, we talked about the sharing for the links. As I said, please make sure you're sharing out the links, especially the YouTube one, with everybody on your team so they can watch this beginning part, and then we're gonna cut it off, and then we're gonna be, after my part, when I introduce the main speakers, we're gonna cut that off. And after that, we have Mr. Cesar Rodriguez gonna come on. Now, here's a couple things that I'm expecting you guys to do. As I said, be a sponge, writing down all the notes, but I wanna explain to you, some mindset about past when it comes to either network marketing or the business. You see, every single one that started network marketing starts from where? Zero. He starts with no team, right? Eric Worre, he started with nobody. Cesar Rodriguez started with nobody. Jessie Lee started with nobody. Anthony Napolitano started with nobody. Any of the leaders that you see on stage started with what? Nobody. Everybody starts with nobody. And then they get their first person. They start having success, right? Who remembers their first sign-up? How excited were you? It was like, oh. Like, yes, finally somebody bought in, right? And this works. And then you start like, and I wish I had a graph, but it's like this is, I'm gonna like draw imaginary drawing, right? So this is like an L, and you start, and you're right here, right? So you have your first success, you have your first sign-up, maybe you have a couple of your first sign-ups, maybe you hit your first rank, right? Shout out to all the platinum executives that are promoted yesterday. That they're hitting the core rank. So they have, it's not the great success on earth, but it's the core rank, which means they achieved something that a lot of people didn't do. So they hit they hit this rank, and they're going, now they're successful, right? Now some of you guys actually maybe hit diamond, right? You just shot, and do you guys know any fast success stories? Just came in and diamond, ambassador, platinum ambassador. And you're looking like, mother, what? Like, this sucks. I remember when I got started, I was like, I got started and nobody was, because I was a big shot on my job, but nobody wanted to sign up with me. So I was a little bit confused. I'm like, I should be good at this. I'm good at my job. I'm a good sales guy. And I discovered, network marketing is not really sales. It's a different aspect of sales, right? So I had to really start learning how to sell myself rather than selling just the opportunity. Because people sign up for you, they don't sign up for the opportunity. I hope you guys know that, right? People sign up with Rokhan because it's Rokhan, not because it's iGenius. I love iGenius, but they're signing up with Rokhan because what I put on the table. And this is why yesterday we were talking about, your belief and what can you put on the table. Now listen, what typically happens is you start having success and you're running. Now here's what happens. Listen to this. I'm going to share a story with you guys and I'll forget this day. After 6 months, I couldn't sign up anybody for 6 months, right? 6 months, nobody. And then I'm like, enough is enough. Like literally enough is enough. And I decided that day, right? I went to my mentor, I'm like, what do I need to do? No matter how extreme it is, tell me right now, I need to figure this out. He's like, you need to host a home event. I mean, what does that mean? He's like, invite people to your home. I'm like, no, except that. I can do anything but that. I'm like, bro, you want me to invite people to my house? That makes no sense, bro. My mom is home. He's like, bro, there's a will, there's a way. And he didn't, like, he kind of like, if you know Kane, he's just kind of like, it's like, okay. So I'm like, yo, like, I think he's not going to take me seriously. So I better do a home event. And here's what happened. What happened is, I had to do a home event. And I'll forget this day. I took 1 week off work, right? This is me having no rank. I put a list of every single person I know in Canada. And I called every single person I know on that list. Literally everybody. Now, a lot of them didn't answer. A lot of them told me wrong number, which I knew it was them. It's like I was texting you last week, bro. What do you mean wrong number? Anyway, and I just, after a week of calling people, I'm burnt out. And I'll never forget it. It was Tuesday, 7 p.m. And I'm expecting, like, I called 1,000 people. So I'm like, there's 100 people coming to my house. No problem. 4 people show up in my house. And 4 people, I felt like they were peer pressure to come in. Swear to God. Like, they were my friends and they don't want to lose my friendship type of thing. So Kane was presenting, and he's, like, doing the presentation. And if you know Kane, you know how he is. Like, you gotta be broke. You're just like this and this. I'm like, yeah, they're not going to sign up, 100%. And they're not signing up. And here's what happened. Actually, none of them signed up. But the week after, I said I'm going to follow up with a lot of people, right? Who's heard the fortune is in the follow-up? So I'm like, I might as well listen to these guys. And the fortune is in the follow-up. And actually, we've had almost like 60 people in my house. And my house is small. It does not fit 60 people. We actually, we blocked off the road, and there was like a fire route, and the cops showed up. And they're like, well, what's this party going on? I'm like, this is not a party. Everybody's leaving. Don't worry about it. And what happened is that day, right, we went all in, and I had my first success story where I've had 20 people sign up in the same day. And I went from making no money to almost $2,000 a month. And I'm like, talk to me nice. And and two weeks it came crumbling down. Like everybody that, like I think I've had like from the 20 people that signed up, people in the chat, true. And people in the chat, there's people in the chat. A little bit people refunded, and then some people just quit, and because we were just basing it based on hype. It wasn't based on a real business. And I'll never forget this day. I call Kane, and I'm like, bro, like, this sucks. He's like, why would you say that? I'm like, bro, I was almost at $2,000 a month. Now I'm like almost back at nothing. He's like, you signed up the first people. You have to go through a little bit up, a little bit down until you get it. And this is what I want you guys to understand. See, a lot of the times, right? We either kicked it off and we have no success, and then we have success, right? Because you can never, if you don't have success, you can't go negative. Like, there's nothing negative in business. Like, you're here at Academic, or you're online watching, you paid money, you're investing into yourself, right? And listen, there's not an investment in the world that you put into you that you lose. Ever. Like, I've put up so much money into me, whether sometimes, y'all ever bought a course and never watched it? Or like bought the gym and never went to the gym? I see a lot of you are saying yes, what's going on? That's a little bad, my friends, right? I munched on you guys when I used to work at the gym. I loved people that signed up and never showed up. Loved you guys. Anyway, so, but, I bought a lot of courses that I didn't attend, I didn't watch. But I'll watch a little bit, a snippet, right? And I'll learn a thing here, and I'll learn a thing here. But I kept reinvesting, I kept showing up event after event. Since I started up in this company, I've never missed one event. Ever. Live. We didn't have virtual GoPro, we don't have virtual, calls at that point. Doesn't matter where it is. I couldn't afford it, but I showed up. But here's what happened. So, had no success, I went have success, and it started crumbling down. And I was almost going at point zero, and I'm like, I'm going back at point zero. I don't want to go back at point zero. I don't want to do this. And I remember I watched a video. I'll never forget this video. I wanted to play it today, but I couldn't find it on YouTube. And this video explained the cycle of network marketing, or the bulletproof mindset of network marketing. And he explained it so well that he was talking about everybody. You need to have success and you need to have it down, right? Because a lot of people sign up like, well, the products are not working the same way it used to work when I signed up. Well, it shouldn't. We're in the financial markets. That does not exist, right? You have anybody tells you 2%, 3%, 10% a month guaranteed, you run away, my friend. Trust me. Run away, right? What we have is more of an educational platform where you can actually use a lot of our partnerships, right? Like Endotech, like a lot of partnerships that you guys will hear about very soon. and you can utilize their technology, right? And there's nothing a straight line. Nothing in the world is a straight line. But you gotta, stay up through the ups and downs. But here's what happened. A lot of people will, start questioning. They start the doubt. Here's where everything starts going backwards in your business. Doubt or think. You start overthinking. How many of you guys have had an overthought before? Well, what if this is not for me? Who's had that thought before? I still have that thought till today. Swear to God. To this day, I have this thought. Maybe I should, I don't know, go to the Middle East and do something. I don't know. I still have these thoughts, right? But it's just the bulletproof mindset that I have to keep reminding myself. That I know after a down comes a what? After a down comes a what? After a down comes a what? After an up, what comes? I'm used to it. Aren't we in the trading world? Right? I'm used to this. So now, it's like a roller coaster, right? You go up, everybody's excited when it goes up. When the roller coaster is going down, what happens? There's two kinds of people when the thing goes down. Watch this. When it goes down, there's some people, get me the F out of here, when you're going down the roller coaster, and then some people are having fun. Like, ooh. Right? So the same thing in business. There's some people that are like, you get me out of this company, and they actually leave to another company, or they actually do something else. And some people are actually enjoying the process of going down. Who actually has more fun and actually enjoys it and actually eventually makes money? People that are having fun through the ups and downs. Is that making sense? So I need you to understand it's the same concept here. Through your ups and through your downs, you have to enjoy it. Right? And you got to keep believing that you are the it factor, and you have to invest money in you, and you have to be that person. And I promise you, once you become that person, your life changes. I don't know how I recruited this many people. I promise you I don't. I don't know how I created this. I don't. I just know that every time I see an opportunity for me to invest in me, I'm in. I'm in. Let me share a quick story before I end. The next level mastermind with Eric Worre, right? It's $25,000. I was offered that for 10 grand. 2019, didn't have the money, right? I'm like, you know what, that's fine. I'll figure this out. Next year, I had exactly $32,000 in my Canadian bank account, right? Which is equivalent to $25,000. And my mom was so excited because my mom was thinking I was gonna buy I'm gonna put down payment on this pre-construction, whatever. And she's hyped. She's telling me, okay, what happened? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to the developer tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow. I swear to God, it was late night and I was up like 2 a.m. And I watched a video, and they were talking about masterminds, and you should invest in yourself, and you should do this, and you should do this. It was 1 a.m., right? So I'm always calling my mom for advice. I'm like, Mom, you know what? What do you think? She wasn't up. I'm like, well, if she didn't say anything, it means it's a yes. Like, she was quiet about it, right? And I went ahead and I bought it. Now, for some reason, she checked my bank account the next day. And there's like $500 in the bank. She calls me yelling, are you stupid? What are you doing? You want to pay somebody $25,000 to teach you. You want to pay me 25 grand to teach you. That's my mom, right? Come, I'll teach you for $25,000. And I'm like, I listen, I know this is going to be different. And that $25,000 is responsible to millions today. Swear to God, can't kid you not. Inside out genius, outside out genius. I promise you. Inside out, the ideas that I got, how even I think about money, it all started out. All the connections that you guys see, right? This studio was because I was at Eric's and he talked about the studio. I'm like, this would be cool. I like this. I want to get it. How much? Ooh, too much money. Let's not. No. And then I went back. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Let's just get it. Please, God. All right? Please, let's figure this out. And here we are. I just want you to understand, listen, the reason why I share this story is because you gotta understand that if you don't have success right now, you will have success at one point. And after you have success, you're gonna drop at one point. A lot of people, they leave once they have that down. They don't know that after the down, your big success story happens. Right? If you hit a small rank right now and you haven't had it down, or you hit diamond or ambassador, sometimes platinum ambassador, really quick and you haven't had it down, just wait till you have one. And you may go back to zero, by the way. You may go back only 20% of what you have. But I promise you, once you just finish that and you start going up, it's just going to multiply by 10. I think it's going to multiply by 100. Because we're taking iGenius to $1 billion. Yes. And by the way, taking a company to $1 billion creates a lot of millionaires. And I hope we have a lot of them here. Anyway, are we ready to start the day? Ready to start the day? So let's do this. Can I get this paper, please? Let's do this. I want you. You know what? Why don't we set some goals right now? You hit rock bottom before you fly. I believe it. On your paper, I want you to write down your goal. Or if you don't have a pen, write it on your phone. I guess, whatever. I was gonna talk about the history of the company, but you know what? No. Hi, Nora. What's up? Paulina, what's up? Christy, what's up? Olivier with the squad. Hey, let's go. Jade, what's up? Man, I love it. Make sure if you're on the call and you don't have your camera on, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know it. Manal, haro. If you don't have your camera on, I don't know what you're doing. You're missing out. You're missing out. Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay. Are we done? Raise your hand if you wrote your goal down. I'm so happy and grateful, right? We're good? Cool. Oh, I have 7 minutes. Okay. I have a story to tell you guys. Let's talk about this company. They're going to hate me for this. But listen, I want to explain where we were and where we are right now. What's the timeline on this? 90 days? No, my brother. Leonardo, my brother, what's your goal this year? So, at the recognition event, presidential ambassadors in 3 years. Paulina said presidential ambassador in 3 years. You see it? Where is it? Can we give a shout out to Paulina? These are some big goals. If you're in the chat, drop in the chat what your goal is. Watch somebody. Platinum ambassador tomorrow. I'm like, my brother, it doesn't work that way. IPA this year, let's go. IPA by end of 2020, let's go. 10K a month from July onwards consistently. Star Legend, let's go. 50K a month, let's go. Crown in 4 years, that's what's up. Platinum ambassador, 6 figures. All right. Can we give them a round of applause for that? Man, I love these bold goals. That's what's up. That's what's up. Anyway, I have 5 minutes to share a story. So, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but it is what it is. See, when I signed up, we had an interesting product, right? Actually, we had one product, maybe 2. Either or, right? We had a product that was sending alerts, but it was sending it to your email. Y'all have the Telegram, right? The Telegram. So, a thing with the email that you get it like 30 minutes after when you send the bulk email, right? So the trade would be hitting stop loss already by the time you receive it. It's an interesting time, right? Very interesting time. We had another product. Oh, we had binary sessions, right? So imagine my entire team was based on binary options. You can imagine the energy of the team. So I'll go on the morning call. If we make money that day, I know we're going to recruit people. If we don't make money that day, I know nobody's recruiting nobody that day, right? So I just hated the real ups and downs. This is why we're always focused on education and more of the longer term, right? AI, longer term, 1 year, don't bother me, 1 year, don't bother me. This is why, because we have gone through a lot of ups and downs with, just having the day-to-day stuff. I want you guys to understand that we are seeing iGenius at a whole, I truly believe we're a brand new company. Like literally a brand new company. We actually started the name iGenius last year, correct? Early 2021. So every single one of you guys is like brand new here. Brand new. Like all these goals, I promise you, it can be all done and more if you take what we have in these couple days. Now, here's what we want to do. And we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna take 15 to 20 minutes, right? And we're gonna go into breakout rooms. And here's what I want you guys to do. Well, online, you're going to go into breakout rooms. Here, try to mingle with somebody you do not know. Because I see some of you guys were sitting in the same seat as yesterday with the same person from yesterday. Try to talk to somebody you do not know today, okay? I'll be watching you guys. Huh? I'm watching. So here's what I want you guys to do. We're going to go into breakouts, and I want you to share why are you here and what are you expecting out of this. Why are you here and what are you expecting out of this? Let me know in the chat if you're good with that. Why are you here? No, not in the chat. We're going to go to a breakout room in a little bit. Good to go? Let me know if you're good to go in the chat. Are we good to go here? Are you guys ready? We're going to chit chat with people that we do not know. They can't, online, they can't control. They just go into rooms, right? Here, y'all, I know y'all be, so let's just make sure we're talking to some people that we don't know. Are we able to start putting people in the breakout rooms? Good? All right, so they're going to go into breakout rooms. You guys start talking to each other. There's going to be a clock backwards. Make sure, why are you here, and what are you expecting out of it? Let's go.